Motivation lecture series number 3 out of 5. So we will talk about achievement motivation today and to be able to answer to why do people continue in their activity in achievement setting. So this is outline of a motivational lecture series that we studied last week before this topic. First topic was why should we learn about motivation? We answered that question. What makes people motivated? We tried to answer to that question using different research approaches. And why do people engage in certain activity? And that's a big question in motivation field, right? And we use self-determination theory to answer to that question. Then last question is how do we motivate our followers? Is it okay to use extrinsic reward? And cognitive evaluation theory really gave us guidance how to answer to the question. And then we move to motivation lecture series number 2. Related to special form of intrinsic motivation, which was flow. Now we are moving to third topic out of all total of 5 to answer again why do people continue in their activity in achievement setting. So this is a lecture outline for this topic. Then you will see multiple video lectures throughout the PowerPoint. Here, what is achievement motivation? What is achievement setting, by the way? Why is it important to understand achievement motivation? Then there are 3 theories that really help us to understand this achievement motivation processes. Then I add also developmental aspect of achievement motivation at the end. Then lecture will end with implications for practices so that you can bring that to apply in your practical setting, in your future and current jobs, and even to yourself as well. What is achievement motivation and what is achievement setting? Let me start with achievement setting. What does that mean? Under achievement setting, people expect that his or her performance is going to be evaluated through normative or comparison to others. No matter whatever you do it will be evaluated, it will be judged whether it's good or bad or ranked even based on normative standard or comparing to other people. And as you can see from the example here, sports, of course, you always see losers and winners. Performing art area, school, work, our entire world is about achievement situation. Like everywhere you get judged and evaluated, unfortunately. And that's the world and in life we are living in. Then what is achievement motivation, by the way? So this one is expanded a little bit from the textbook. Textbook just to say orientations. No. It needs to represent all theories. So it has a few more words than the textbook definition. So achievement motivation here is a person's 3 words. Remember these 3 words: level, style, orientations. Again, person's level, style, orientations to strive for task success. Task success could be outcome or improvement depending on how people define their success. People define success differently, right? So strive for task success, which could be outcome and or improvement. And this is the key in achievement motivation. Persist in the face of failure and experience pride and confidence in their accomplishment. Again, putting all that together, achievement motivation is a person's level, style, orientations to strive for task success, outcome, or improvement, persist in the face of failure, and experience pride, confidence in their accomplishment. Why is it important to understand achievement motivation, by the way? This achievement motivation level, style, and orientations determines quality and direction of our ABCs. You know what that ABCs means: affect, behaviors, and cognitions, right? So example could be direction of emotions. It could be positive and negative depending on the achievement motivation level, style, orientations, choice of activities, frequency, intensity of effort, how much effort do you put in there to pursue your goals, and then persistency, like how persistent adhere to their activity, particularly in the face of a failure, and in their confidence level, on and on and on, all those ABCs, which eventually will lead to performance outcome, which can be successful, which can be unsuccessful. So to understand this achievement motivation, which is defined again, I'm putting here: level, style, orientations to strive for task success, persist in the face of failure, and experience pride, confidence in accomplishment. There are three theories to explain this experience, achievement motivation processes. One is a need achievement theory, which another term that in more academic scholarly field, they call it Maclin-Atkins model, and that determines achievement motivation level. Another theory is attribution theory, which determines attribution and achievement motivation style. Then achievement goal theory, which is another huge theory, very applicable in sports setting, is achievement motivational orientations, or some calls it goal orientations. Okay, so I'm gonna start with first theory here, need achievement theory or Maclin-Atkins model. And this model is from psychometric scholars who love to put all our experience, our ABCs, in mathematical formulas, quantify it so that it's easy to understand, easy to apply. So they came up with this formula: achievement motivation, to determine achievement motivation. So let's have understanding of this formula. Achievement motivation, which is NACH, determined by first set, which is personal factors, second set, and the last set is situational factors. So what is MS in the formula? Motive to succeed. In a way, it's your intrinsic motivation to engage in achievement task, something determined. You'll be evaluated and judged. That's achievement task, right? And then you have a motivation, intrinsic motivation to get engaged in, to enjoy, to learn, to improve. That's the intrinsic motivation right there. MAF, what does that mean? Motive to avoid failure. So your confidence is not there, you start worrying about it. So it's in a way cognitive state anxiety or fear of a failure. In a way, motive to avoid achievement task. Okay. PS, probability of success, perceived probability for success. So it's in a way, it's your confidence, like, I know I can do it. You can determine that. That's the probability for success. Then incentive of value of a success. So if you make it, if you do well, how much like a satisfaction would you feel? How much would you be satisfied? And then that's the incentive value of a success, IS. Last one is external reward, extrinsic motivation in a way. So when you do well, how much external reward are you getting? And then it can be money, it can be status, it could be tangible something, it could be invisible, something like your grade, it can be, or external something that you will get, even your parental approval can be extrinsic external reward. So that's the level of it. So putting that all together in the formula quantitatively, we can determine achievement motivation level. So next slide, we're going to do this activity. I want you to do it with me, okay? Really pull out a piece of paper and do it so that you can fully understand this theory. So using the formula, achievement motivation determined by motive to succeed, negative motive subtract, and a motive to avoid failure multiplied by situational factors, which is probability for success perceived, and a perceived incentive value of a success, and then plus external regulation, external reward. So let's determine your achievement motivation level on your school performance, getting GPA 4.0 this semester. Okay, that's our achievement motivation task that I'm giving you. And then we will use a scale of 0 to 5. 0 is I don't have that. It's one of those components elements. 0, not at all. 5 means my motives in all those components are pretty high, very high. Okay, using this scale, you can put your the scores under each one of them and calculate it. Your score should range between negative 130, which is interesting, up to what? Positive 130. That's the possible range. So here is an example to help you to understand better this formula. So I put mine in there. Okay, so in this semester, getting GPA 4.0. Achievement motivation level. My motive to succeed, to learn and to engage in an activity is 3 in a range of 0 to 5. Motive to avoid failure, fear of failure, cognitive state anxiety, it's a little bit high because I am an anxious person. So it's a 4. Probability for success, yeah, if I work so hard, I'll get it. 4. Incentive value of success, 5. And then grade that I will get, good grade, of course, is 5. And when I put them all together here, look, my score is negative 30. So I don't have a motivation. It's going bottom. And what did you get? Did you get 7? Did you get 10? Did you get 50? If you get 50, you have more achievement, like a higher achievement motivation than I do. So do the activity really to have your understanding, okay? Need achievement theory. It's easy to use it. I mean, because it's quantified all that complex human experience and put them in there and then try to come up with one single number, which is very easy to use in the practice, right? But though, as we did in an activity, if you really did it, you will see a high score is not equal to higher achievement motivation level. Negative 30 that I came up with through the formula, it's because of one particular score, which is what? My anxiety level. So is it that important to understand achievement motivation level? How about intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation needs to be more important than other factors. Those all equally important? That's the problem here. How about weights, importance of each factor? Should we consider that? They didn't. And when you sum all that score and you get only one single score, then you lose all about my details about my cognitive emotional processes right here. And you just have, oh yeah, Misuk is negative 30, Jonathan is positive 20. Where is the detailed understanding of that person? That's another weakness of this theory. At the end, through the research, this score they come up with try to predict what performance outcome, right? They failed it. So those are weakness of a theory. However, despite of this weakness, guess what? Like I said earlier, easy to use with one single number to determine achievement motivation level. So practitioners, it's easy to use, tend to easily grab this method and use it. That's one contribution for practitioners. And it took interactional approach. Like I said, they counted what? Personal factors and the situational factors are right here, and it took the interactional approach, which is recommended to understand the motivation. What makes people motivated? Because of our personal factors, because of our situational factors. Because of that, and this theory served as a basic theoretical framework for all contemporary achievement motivation theories. A lot of terminologies came out from this theory. So I would say this theory is not really tested anymore through the research, but it stays as a theory out there to support the more contemporary theory that you are going to learn soon. And you also learn the sum of concept from this theory applied to where? ADT theory that you learned the last week. First question, I'm going to ask this question 3 times throughout this topic, this lesson. And this is the first question, first time asking. So by yourself or with your group members, you need to answer this question. According to this need achievement theory, why do people continue in their activity in achievement setting even when things are not going well? Can you answer to that question? Here is the hint, which I put it in the little talk box here. It is when individuals have a high achievement score, then they will more likely to stick to the activity even when things are not going well. Then to help them to have high achievement level scores, what should we happen in the formula? That's the answer.